Boom! What's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Listen up, folks. Whether you're here with me live right now, we just finished up the trading session, or if you're watching me a little bit later on this evening, I've been really vocal that traders and investors alike have been presented with a major opportunity right now in the markets. And a lot of people couldn't see the forest through the trees or understand how there'd be such an opportunity in the midst of the downside that we've experienced in the markets so far. A lot of people couldn't understand why it was important to stop following gurus on social media and to actually invest in yourself, get educated, to stand on your own 2 feet and be ready to act during an opportunity that is presenting itself before you here right now. And I've been talking about, this wealth building opportunity that we have in front of us in 2022 and this pullback in the sell-off in the markets where we went down about 20% on the S&P, about 30% on the NASDAQ. We've since bounced back a little bit, down about 18 or 15% on the S&P, down about 25% on the NASDAQ, down about 10, 11% on the Dow, as being an opportunity for us. But most people could not see past the panic or the fear, and they couldn't keep their impulsivity and emotions in check when a lot of their long-term portfolios went red this year for the very first time. But we just experienced a little bit of what I thought and still do think is a bear market rally. A lot of people have been talking about, and you've been following our live streams, we talked about it last week. Was the bear market over, or is this just a bear market rally? And if you've been following my live streams, you'll know that for the last couple of days, I've been telling you, I think this is nothing more than a bear market rally. And I do believe the markets are going to take another leg to the downside. But all that equals is opportunity. That's not for you to sit here and debate about, oh man, I'm scared, I'm fearful. Should I wait until the markets recover? Every single time throughout history that the stock market has gone down 20% or more has proven to be an amazing wealth building opportunity for investors. Okay. The idea here is that we are going to become educated to be able to get cashed up and take advantage of the opportunities and the volatility that are in the markets right here in front of us. We had some comments today that came out of two very influential people within JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, and the lead analyst on the number one ranked analyst team when it comes to institutional research. They both had some pretty important statements today regarding the overall markets, but the two statements may surprise you. What does that mean for the overall markets? What does it mean for the markets going forward? And what does it mean for this bear market rally? If you've been following us for a bit and you think that I sound repetitive, good. I am being repetitive. I guess maybe I wasn't vocal enough in 2020. And next year, when we talk about 2022, I have every intention of letting you all know how right that we were inside of True Trading Group. Okay. There has not been many times throughout history that the markets have gone down more than 20% in a single year. As a matter of fact, if you go all the way back to the 1920s, you can count, you can count on two hands on how many times the markets have gone down more than 20%. And even if we just look back and just look back throughout history into the 90s, you guys can see, you can literally count. We go all the way back to the 90s. You can count on one hand how many times that the S&P had gone down more than 20%. It does not happen often, but every single time that it does happen, the one constant, the one repetitive thing over and over and over. And if I sound repetitive, like I said, good, because I have never in my 15-year career seen something happen in the stock market 100% of the time, aside from this. When the stock market's gone down 20% or more, it has proven to be an amazing long-term wealth building opportunity. The plan that we've been talking about is not a complicated one, but it does require you to use this time of fear to get a professional education, learn how to trade stocks and options in any market environment while controlling your risk and emotions. Discover your trader identity, which is going to be the strategy that's going to work best for you and your lifestyle and your work schedule. Take advantage of the volatility that's happening right now and stack away as much cash as you can to get ready to invest in the long-term portfolios at a discount when the time is right. And the time is running out, but I still don't think that it's too late. I do believe this is a bear market rally. I do believe that you're going to get another chance to buy stocks at even lower prices than when they sit currently here today. But we've already begun nibbling. We've already started adding 9 stocks into our long-term portfolios inside True Trading Group. And I've got another list of stocks that are coming up here next. Okay? That are coming up here next. Look, guys, over the last 2 years, you could have put any stock in the S&P up on a board, closed your eyes, threw a dart, bought it, and you could have made money. Okay? You could have made money. All right? Now, that's not normal, but what an opportunity that it was to get cashed up. Everything that's happening right now, COVID, inflation, recession, Ukraine, Russia, everything. All these things provide volatility and opportunity for financial markets if you are educated. You guys can assume, let's say you joined True Trading Group in 2019. You could have spent the year honing your skills as a trader, as an investor. When the stock market crash of 2020 happened, you would have been positioned and understood the importance of buying that dip in some major companies that could have laid an incredible nest egg for you and your family. You could have actively traded AMC, GameStop, NIO, took advantage of the huge moves up, also the huge moves down. You could have avoided the noise of Twitter and Reddit. You would have been able to know not to invest in crypto like Doge or SHIB, but trade it and then stack that cash for the inevitable, what we're experiencing right now, opportunity that is before us yet again in the markets, as we have finally seen prices of these companies and of these stocks cool off. You don't want to buy stocks when they're up at all-time highs. You don't want to pay top dollar. You don't want to be the person that pays the highest for something. You want to be the person that buys prices when they're on discount, when they're on sale. And that is what savvy and educated and patient investors have done for decades. That is the opportunity that people have in front of them right now. I'm not a psychic. I don't have a special indicator that tells me this. I'm just educated. And I've been doing this for a long time. But first off, it's important for those of you that are new to understand who it is, in fact, that you're listening to. I've got more experience and knowledge than probably 90% of the YouTube gurus that you're going to see. My name is Michael Everett. I've been trading and investing for over 15 years, and I began my career working at a fund in New York City. It was my first job out of college. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession and the stock market crash. But also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. 15 years later, co-founder and head trader at True Trading Group, folks, the fastest growing and highest rated online premium education platform available to the retail investor. And since 2016, my team and I have 8 other professional trading mods have helped thousands of people from all walks of life from all over the world achieve their goals. I thought we might have had some more time. I thought maybe we had until like 2023 before things kind of really bottomed out. But I think that I was wrong. I really do think that the bottom of this market is going to come sometime this summer. Between June, July is really when I believe that this market is going to bottom out. And then when the market does bottom out, we're going to be able to stabilize and begin to move higher. I do believe that when you check the markets in June and then you check the markets in December, I do believe the markets will be higher in December than they will be in June. I do not believe we're going back to all-time highs, but let's look at 1970 as an example. 1970 is a year that I continue to compare this year to because I see a lot of similarities between 1970 and this year. By July, the S&P was down 27% in 1970. 27. Right now, we're down about 15, 16. Okay, about 15%. We were down 27% in July of 1970. By December 31st, the S&P 500 was down only 0.9%. We did not go back to all-time highs, but we were only down 0.9% at the end of the year in 1970. I do believe that you can have similar type of action, not to say that we finished the year only down 0.9%, but I think it's very possible we can finish the year only down 6, 7, 8%. Sure as hell not down 20, 25, or 30. And that's why when we get down into those areas, I look at them as long-term wealth building opportunities for me to add companies that I absolutely love for the next 3, 5, 7, 10 years. I'm going to add those stocks at cheaper prices than where they are now. You've all got a choice to make, though. You all have a choice to make. Choice number 1, sit back, do nothing, watch your IRAs, your 401ks, long-term portfolios bleed out, panic when we take another leg lower, sell near the bottom, and then try to stack cash and wait for the markets to go back to all-time highs before you feel comfortable getting involved again and miss out on the opportunity from the bottom all the way through back to all-time highs. That's a big mistake that I feel a lot of retail investors have made throughout history, is that they wait for the markets to get back to all-time highs to get themselves back involved. And that continuously leads to the retail investor buying high. And then the markets will pull back, they panic, they sell out. You're doing the exact opposite of what people are taught to do, which is what? Very simple. People say, oh, buy low, sell high. Oh, it's just that simple, right? Well, in this case scenario, when you have the markets declining 20% or more, that's when those opportunities present themselves. It's not about picking the exact bottom. It's not about me coming on a live stream saying, I declare today the bottom of the stock market crash, and we will never go below this price. That's not what it is about. I've done several workshops and live training sessions with our members of True Trading Group, explaining to them the proper way that I go about adding and controlling and managing my long-term portfolio. And this is stuff that I learned when I worked at a fund in New York. We've already begun nibbling on a handful of companies that I love. I've got another list of companies that I will be adding to when we take our next leg down. And I believe that next leg down is coming here pretty soon. So your time is running out, but it is still not too late. Option number 2 is to actually seize this moment. Get yourself educated. Do what's needed to give yourself the best chance to build wealth for yourself. Forget about Lamborghinis and mansions and just start worrying about paying your bills, paying off your home, going to the grocery store without sweating at the checkout line or not giving a damn about what the average price of gasoline is. That's the wealth building that we are referring to here now. Yes, Lamborghinis and mansions are cool, but why don't we start there first and work our way up? A lot to unpack here tonight, folks. A lot of statements coming out of JP Morgan. I respect the hell out of JP Morgan. Hell, I've got about 90% of my long-term portfolio sitting with JP Morgan. They've got a lot of my money. I value their opinions. And you got some pretty key statements out today by Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan, and Dubravko Lakos, who is one of, I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly, is an analyst at JP Morgan. And his analyst team is actually the number 1 ranked analyst team for institutional research. And the statements may surprise you. So we got a lot to go over here today, folks. There's also got some ISM manufacturing data. I'm going to explain to you what ISM manufacturing data is and what it was today and why it affected where the markets went. That ISM manufacturing data affected the markets in a big way. So we'll talk about what it is, why it affected the markets, but more importantly, what is the opportunity that is left in the wake of that data? What does this mean for the stock market going forward, and how can you make money from it? That is what we're talking about here today on this live stream. First, I'm going to kick things off with a Q&A session. Give some time for people to log on. You can ask me whatever questions are on your mind. Individual stocks, overall markets, whatever's on your mind, hit me up. We'll talk about it. Then we're going to get into all those topics. So don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Asking questions is how you all learn. So without any further ado, begin typing questions in chat. And let's begin that Q&A. How does your experience specifically benefit teaching members in this market environment? That's a really good question. Well, folks, I mean, there's not many times throughout history where the market has gone down more than 20% in a single year. Okay. You literally have 2020, 2018, 2008, right? I traded through 2008. 2008, between 2008 and 2009, the S&P went down about 55%. And I traded through that environment. You know, that's the time that I was working at the Fund of New York. So that's where I was trained in that environment. And 2008 is also the same year that I received one of the Trader of the Year awards. So I've been through this kind of environment before. I've seen this type of volatility. I've seen this type of uncertainty. And what you have to realize about stock market crashes throughout history is that they're the same, but they're different. They're the same in the sense of the way in which the stock market reacts. The only thing that's different is the catalyst and the reasons for the markets to react the way that they do. You know, that's why in March, when we were talking about when the market started to bounce in March, I was literally screaming at the top of my lungs that this is a bear market rally. That I said the bottom, I do not believe is in yet. I do believe the markets are going to go lower. And you go back and watch any of my live streams from the second half of March. They're all here on this YouTube channel. Don't take my word for it. I'm not a Monday morning quarterback. Go read them. Go watch them. Okay. In the second half of March, I told you guys, I continue to tell you, I do not believe that the bottom is in. I do not believe the bottom is in. I do not believe the bottom is in. And sure enough, what happened over the next month? Well, the bottom was not in. And the markets continue lower to the downside. Okay. So I still do not believe that we are necessarily out of the woods yet. I do believe that the market's going to go back down. I do believe the S&P will go back under 4,000, which is what you want. We started adding in our long-term portfolios underneath 4,000 on the S&P. That is what you want. If you're a long-term investor, you want the market selfishly. You want them to go down so you can get better entry points on all the companies that you love so much. I very selfishly do want the markets to go down. I do not want the markets to go back. I don't want the SPY back at 460. I want the SPY at 370. Okay. And I think the bottom is going to be somewhere around the 370 area. Okay, I do believe you get one more leg to the downside, and then I think the markets can stabilize and form a base throughout June, July, August, and then going into the latter part of the year, I think the markets could actually bounce and the markets could actually recover. That's my thought process. That's what I think, and that's how I'm positioning myself, and that's how I'm managing my own money in that analysis. Okay, so I hope that helps answer your question. That is a good question. Why does it matter what one or two people like Jamie Dimon say about what will happen in the market versus other analysts? Well, it's not that it matters more than other analysts. It's not that it matters more. Analysts are all over the place right now, guys. Like when the markets are just slowly doing their thing and you're in like this slow, like boring bull market, every analyst is the same. They've all go, oh, my target's higher. Okay. It's like every analyst just has their targets 100 points away from each other. In an environment like this, the street's all over the place. You got analysts with a $5,100 price target on the S&P. You got analysts with a $3,400 price target on the S&P. So the street's all over the place. And everybody's trying to make educated guesses on a very fluid situation that's occurring right now. There's a lot of individual catalysts that are and will continue to affect what the market does, which is why it's so important for you to be educated to understand how all these catalysts affect the market. People think, like a lot of uneducated people will think that the stock market is like that game that they have at your kid's school, which is like, guess the amount of jelly beans in the jar, right? Guess the amount of jelly beans in the jar and you win whatever, right? Or maybe your dentist office does around the holidays, guess the amount of jelly beans in the jar, right? A lot of people think that there's just a right answer somewhere that's sitting in a safe. And you're either right or you're wrong. And you're just predicting the future or you're not. Really being a good market participant and being a good trader is understanding the macro environment and understanding what catalysts are affecting the market. There's a lot of catalysts. You can have the Russia-Ukraine war could end tomorrow. That would have a major impact on what the market does the remainder of the year. China could invade Taiwan tomorrow. That would have a major impact on what the markets do the rest of the year. Biden could lift tariffs on certain products coming from China. That could have an effect on what happens the remainder of the year. China can go back into a COVID lockdown across the whole country. That would have a major impact on what the markets do the rest of the year. Now, all of these things are question marks that nobody really knows what the answer is or how either of those scenarios are going to play out. But it is our job to determine how those scenarios will impact the market and therefore impact our money so we can position ourselves to profit from that action. And you got some information today. That was the ISM data, and we're going to be talking about that a little bit later on in this live stream. I am 0 for 4 on TTG trade ideas. I want to blame TTG, but I know it's not your doing. What should I do to get on track? I don't know what trades it is that you followed versus trades that you didn't follow, because I don't even know if we've had 4 losing trades in the last day or two. Between myself and all the moderators, I don't think we have. So I don't know the details of what it is that you're actually doing wrong. Like, I don't know if you're taking a trade and your stop loss is in a different place. I don't know exactly the details of what you're doing. My advice to you is, if you're starting off right now 0 for 4, that you need to spend some time and stop trading with real money and actually go use the simulator. It's free with your membership. I tell everybody when you first join True Trading Group to use a simulator. Okay. You can also reach out to us during the day and ask questions. Use the community that is True Trading Group. Okay. Tag any one of the mods in chat and ask questions. Members would also be more than willing to help answer your questions that you have. So I just don't know enough about the details of what it is that you're doing wrong. So I would tell you to trade on the simulator before you continue to lose money. Like, figure out what you're doing wrong first before you go through and continue. I always tell people, when you first join True Trading Group, if you are not already a consistent profitable trader, use the simulator. The simulator that we have on our platform, it's the same sim that's used at Cal State University Fullerton, University of Wisconsin Whitewater, Berkeley Haas, Illinois Tech. It would cost you like nearly $1,000 if you went to the company on your own to pay for the simulator. It's free with your membership. Use it. You can trade stocks and options with real-time data. Use it. Prove you can make money in the sim before you risk your hard-earned cash. All right, you guys can see that's the brand of the simulator, ETNA. If anybody wants to look up the simulator, you guys can look it up. ETNA. What do you see, or what are you going off of that makes you think we are getting another leg down? Okay. I believe inflation is going to be sticky, meaning I don't believe inflation is going to come down as easily as people that are bullish the market think. People that are bullish the market, you have to understand what's the bullish argument, what's the bearish argument. The bullish argument is inflation has peaked. It's going to start coming down. So the Fed will not have to be as aggressive raising interest rates. That will let the markets move higher. The bearish argument, inflation will not come down. The Fed's going to have to continue to be more aggressive. And that's going to give you another leg to the downside. While the Fed continues to be aggressive, don't forget, we're also going through the most aggressive quantitative tightening cycle that the Federal Reserve has ever gone through. Balance sheet runoff is happening this month. It just started. Okay. So you're going to have the Federal Reserve every day is going to be selling mortgage-backed securities. They're going to be selling treasuries. They're going to be selling a bunch of different assets off their balance sheet to get the balance sheet from $9 trillion to try to get that balance sheet down. They want to at least shed off like $1 trillion. They want to at least shed off $1 trillion worth of their balance sheet. Now, I believe that those factors, inflation remaining sticky, meaning it's elevated, it's peaked, it's not continuing to rise, but it's not coming down either. That it's sticky. That's what they mean when they say inflation is sticky. I believe that's going to be sticky. Then you add on top of that the monetary, the quantitative tightening and the balance sheet runoff, and I believe that will cause a deeper pullback in the markets. That's going to give us the opportunity that we're looking for in the long-term portfolios. And that's why I believe that we got one more leg to the downside. The first move to the downside, I believe, was monetary policy fears, which is rising interest rates. The next level down, I believe, is going to be like that growth fear that the Fed's a little bit too aggressive, and that's going to slow down economic growth too much to the point where you have like the possibility of a recession. And then that's when the markets price that in. And when the markets price that in, that's when you bottom. When the markets price in the possibility of a recession, that's when the stock market bottoms. You guys have to realize that the stock market will always bottom before the macroeconomic environment improves, because the stock market is a discount mechanism. It tries to discount 6 or 7 months into the future. So by the time the economic picture improves, the market's already bottomed. The market tries to predict where essentially we're going to be about 6 months from now. Okay. So that's why I'm thinking that we've got a little bit more selling pressure. I think it's a bear market rally. I think there's more room to the downside. There's a lot of money to be made, folks, and put options. We'll short things. We'll buy put options on the way down. You got the inverse ETFs. If you're not sure how to make money when markets go down, don't worry about it. We're going to teach you how to do all that stuff. There's inverse ETFs you can buy that go up when stocks go down. There's put options you can buy. You can short. These are all things that we'll teach you how to do inside your trading group. But that's how active traders are able to actually benefit and make money when markets go down. And then once the dust settles, we're left with the long-term buying opportunity. And I am salivating, literally. I just wiped my mouth before this live stream started. I had a bib on earlier. Okay. I'm salivating at the opportunity to buy more of the stocks that I absolutely love in my long-term portfolio, because that is how so far throughout my life and throughout market history. That's how investors have built wealth for them and their families. And I do not believe that this is any different, because if you go back in history, go back all the way to the early 1900s, the inception of the Dow Jones, every single time the stock market's gone down 20%, literally 100% of the time, it proved to be an amazing buying opportunity. And I believe that that is what we're going to be left with here again. I see people all the time who don't appear to be educated make money in the stock market. Really needed, or can we follow? Okay. You saw people make money in the stock market without an education last year. That's because it didn't matter what you bought, everything went up. Go back and look at those exact same people and see if they're making money this year. I promise you the answer is no, they're not. They probably actually lost more money this year than they made last year, because they probably developed a lot of really bad habits and they think that stonks only go up, and they lost everything this year, most likely. That's uneducated people. Now, can you just follow myself or one of the other moderators inside True Trading Group? You could. I strongly advise that you spend time to go through the courses and get yourself educated, because our goal at True Trading Group is to actually teach you how to fish and how to become a self-sufficient trader. That is when people realize their maximum potential. Learning this skill is something you can take with you for the rest of your life. When you become a trader, you become the ultimate entrepreneur. And if you rely on me or one of the other mods, you're not an entrepreneur. You work for me. What happens if, God forbid, something happens to me a year from now? You're going to stop making money in the market just like that? You're just going to stop? No. I want you guys to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. I want you to actually learn. I want you to understand the why it is that we do what we do. Why am I buying this stock? Why am I selling that stock? I want you to understand the why. The why is important. Okay? So yes, it's possible for you to follow alerts, because we give you real-time alerts whenever a mod enters or exits a trade. We also come on the microphone and tell you in advance of us actually making a trade. We tell you in advance before we even do it. So it's very easy to follow along if you'd like. But I highly recommend you get yourself educated, go through the courses, spend time utilizing the platform that you're subscribing to. Okay, folks, fire away. Keep those questions coming. You guys are asking some really great questions so far. You guys are asking some really great questions. Can't commit to your courses and all the stuff you put out for purchase. Def can't yet, but I'll keep watching, past, present, and going forward. I'll see if it's or not. Let's see, bro. Sell it to me. Then you should not be trading. Not because you won't sign up for TGD, but because what we are offering is not rocket science, and the tools that we offer for free are needed. Okay? You guys have to realize that when you're joining the TGD platform, you're not just joining because you're getting my trade alerts. I'm not just sitting here saying, hey, I'm an amazing trader, get my trade alerts. Pay $1,100 to get my trade alerts. When you join, TTG is a platform. You have to understand that. It is a platform that's going to give you access to the same level of education that I received when I worked at a hedge fund in New York. And you're going to get access to tools and resources from today's top fintech companies that professional traders use to make better decisions. Benzinga, TradingView, Quote Media, Polygon, ETNA, all these companies, we've negotiated deals with them to offer their products on our platform at no additional cost. It's all included when you join TTG's platform. You don't pay extra for that stuff. So even if you don't join True Trading Group, you're still going to need those tools. But if you went to those companies on your own, it's going to cost you about $4,000 to $5,000 a year. Literally. Don't do that. You can get access to all of them just being on the TTG platform, because we've spent years building relationships with those companies to have their products on our platform. You can join True Trading Group and get literally thousands of dollars in value and not take one of our trade alerts. You could literally think I'm a horrible trader and I'm not going to follow anything this guy does. Just getting access to the tools that we have on our platform, it's worth the membership. But Free Escobar, I'm up for the challenge. I'm up for the challenge. Can you explain VWAP, what each line means and what it is telling you? Sure, Barbara. VWAP stands for volume weighted average price. That is what VWAP stands for. What it essentially does is it's a moving average that will plot for you the average price that all of the shares of volume being traded at are. So when you have a stock that, let's say, goes from $10 to $10.20, there's a certain amount of shares that are purchased at $10, a certain amount of shares at 10.01, then 10.03, then 10.05, then 10.02, then 10.08, then 10.12, then 10.09. And all of those shares are averaged together to give you the average price of which a stock is trading at. That is VWAP. And VWAP is really an indicator that should only be used intraday. You really should not be using VWAP over a longer period of time. You really should only use it intraday. You guys are doing a great job firing away with the questions. And guys, a little public service announcement, and I'll cover this later. It has begun. Okay, we have started to walk our price up daily. Today is the day. Okay, I told you guys this last night. So a little PSA, I'll cover this later, but we have begun walking the price of the membership up. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Today is the day, folks. It's finally happening. The price is moving higher. I told you yesterday, it is here. The time has come. All right, folks, what do we got? Any more questions? Or are we done? What's going on? Which broker do you suggest for new traders? I would stay away from Robinhood. I think Robinhood sucks. There's no reason for anyone to use Robinhood because Robinhood had its kind of claim to fame when they offered commission-free trading, okay, where you did not have to pay to transact trades. Now every broker has that. Every mainstream broker, E-Trade, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab, Interactive Brokers, they all have the ability or the option for you to have zero fees when it comes to trading commissions. E-Trade, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab, in my opinion, are the best platforms for beginners because they have user-friendly platforms, they have commission-free trading, and they've got good customer service. Okay, they've got good customer service. If you're an international member, I'd go with Interactive Brokers. It's best to get confirmation from Jim Cramer before you buy. Yeah. No, guys, listen. Jim Cramer is just one guy. Jim Cramer gets a bad rap, man. A lot of people hate on Jim Cramer, and everyone. It's so funny. Like everyone on social media that literally knows nothing, they all try to say that Jim Cramer's an idiot, and it's hilarious because Jim Cramer has more experience than anybody on Twitter that talks shit about him could ever dream of. The guy used to work at Goldman Sachs. I want one person that talks crap about Jim Cramer on social media. Send your resume to Goldman Sachs. See if they hire you.
The dude's just a tool, bro.
What?
He's a tool.
Who, Jim Cramer?
Yeah. Nobody cares about his. He's just a tool.
Oh, you mean tool? Like I thought you were talking about tool. The other. I gotcha. Yeah, no, Jim Cramer, guys. But Jim Cramer. The reason why a lot of people hate on him because his thoughts and his stock picks are more widely televised than anybody. You know, he's one of the biggest financial figures media-wise. So you see everything he says. And you're seeing that even professionals are wrong sometimes. And it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be human. Kathy Wood is so much better than Jim Cramer. LOL. Jennifer Hill. I know the sarcasm in there. I can feel the sarcasm in Jennifer Hill's comments. Yeah, I got a major problem with Kathy Wood. I really do. I got a major problem with her. Listen, I respect her. I'm not saying she's stupid, but I just have lost like all credibility. I'm just so sick and tired of hearing her say, oh, well, we have a 5-year time horizon when the stocks that she owns are down 60%. I'm just so tired of hearing that. And I just want you to just literally admit that you were wrong. It's okay to say my timing was off. I didn't think we were going to go down this far. I was early. Just say it. Don't come on and be like, oh, yes, but this technology and our time horizon is 5 years from now. Your portfolio is down 65%. You know, it's like enough. I'm just tired of hearing it. I have no problem coming on live streams and being like, hey guys, I was wrong, right? Like it's humility. It's you do it, you know, just admit you're wrong. And she refuses to. I'm not saying she may not be right. We might look back 6-7 years from now and she was right, but that still doesn't mean that you just sit there and endlessly continue to buy stocks like Robinhood or Coinbase or Palantir or some of these stocks that are down 60, 70, 80%. Like, and she just bought them the whole way down, like just continuously bought them on the way down. It's okay to believe in the businesses and to believe in the companies, but part of being a portfolio manager, especially one that you know retail investors follow you so closely. You know, she lost a lot of retail investors a lot of money this year, a lot, because people just, oh, I'm going to do whatever Kathy Wood does. Oh, Kathy Wood bought this stock. I'm going to buy it. Stock's down 50%. You know, I just think that she did a bad job of being responsible to retail investors. Mike, I'm not part of TGD and still you make me money. Nice, Elvis. Thank you for what you do. If at some point there was a monthly fee instead of yearly, I'd be the first one to join. There will never be a monthly fee for True Trading Group. I'm sorry. True Trading Group is a yearly membership, will always be a yearly membership. We will not have a monthly fee for a couple of reasons, guys. First of all, we got to pay up front for the tools that you get access to as a member. So like I said, Quote Media, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, you know, Polygon, all those things. We've got to pay for those up front. Okay. So when you become a member, part of that membership actually goes towards paying for all of those products and tools for the year. Okay. Believe me, Adam, who you just saw come on here, who's my business partner in True Trading Group and and runs the business side while I, you know, do the trading and everything. He wishes that we could charge a monthly membership. We'd have 20,000 members, 30,000 members if we did. And you can see he's giving thumbs up there. But also, aside from that, from just a business standpoint, you also have to realize that trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. And for you to say, like, oh, I'm going to give this a shot for 30 days, that's not enough time. You know, 30 days is just not enough time for you to go through all of our courses, learn how to use all of our tools, go through the video library, attend study sessions, talk to the teaching moderators, practice on the simulator, and then really see if this is a skill that you're going to be able to develop and be successful at. You know, 30 days is just not enough time. But too many people fall victim to, you know, marketing tactics of, oh, 10 minutes a day will make $1,000 and, and this one simple pattern, you'll make it. It's like, come on, man, this is garbage, complete nonsense. You don't get superlatives and sensationalism and sugarcoating at True Trading Group. I'm straight up with you guys. I'm transparent. I'm fully honest. I always will be, always have been, and continue to be on a daily basis, not just with me, but that's just what True Trading Group as a company. But I'll be the first one to tell you that trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You're not going to join True Trading Group and just make millions of dollars in you know, a week from now, right? It requires a little bit of effort on your part to actually learn this skill. And if you're willing to do so, the tools, the education, and the community is there for you to make sure that you have the best chance to become successful and the best chance of reaching your goals. And that is what the TC family and TC platform is based around and what it's all about. So I'm sorry, we do not have a monthly payment plan, but we do have, you know, a discounted price. We have begun walking the price of that membership up, and we protect you with the double your money back guarantee, Elvis. So don't forget that. We use that double your money back guarantee to hold us accountable, but also to protect you. I'm a member trading for 3 years full time and just now starting to make money thanks to TTG's education. That's incredible. JS Brand, I'm glad to hear that, brother. Glad to hear that. Finally starting to make money now thanks to the TTG education. That's what I like to hear. That's why the education part is so important. I don't come on here and tell you guys, just follow everything I do. Don't ask questions. I want you to learn. I want you to understand. When you look at this chart, it's over here for me. When you look at this chart, I want you to understand what you're looking at. I want you to understand why I think a stock is going to do what it's going to do. Because once you understand that, the sky's the limit. We have any more questions, guys? You guys are doing a great job asking questions. Can I become a millionaire trading stocks and options? Can you? Yes. Is that the norm? No. Is it possible? Yes. Do we have some members of True Trading Group that have become millionaire traders? Yes. But it's not something that's going to happen overnight. I told you guys, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, and I tell you exactly how it is. Is it possible to become a millionaire trader? Absolutely. There's tons of millionaire traders around the world. Okay. There's people that literally do this for a living. What do you think it means when you get hired to work on Wall Street? You're a professional trader. Okay. So, of course, yes, it's possible, but it's not going to happen overnight. It's, you do have a risk of losing money, and it's something that you guys are going to have to be able to say that you're going to commit. You're going to put in a little bit of time, energy, and effort. You're going to put in a little bit of work to actually learn this skill, because it is a skill that is worth it. You're talking about a skill that, if you are able to succeed at, can help you reach financial milestones and goals that you never thought were possible before. The beauty about being a trader is that there is absolutely no limit to your success. My sister's a high school English teacher. She could be the best English teacher in the world. She'll never make $500,000 in a year, ever. There's a cap on her success, no matter how good she is at her job. I hate that. When you're a trader, there is no cap. The better you are, the more you make. And you are truly rewarded for your skill and for the work that you put in. You will get out of this what you put into it, folks. Okay? So yes, it is possible, but it's also not the norm. You got to be willing to put in a little bit of time, energy, and effort. Nothing worth doing is ever easy. If I join TTG, is it possible to eventually do this full time? Yes. Yes, it's absolutely possible to do this full time. We have a lot of members in True Trading Group that trade full time, but again, not everybody's going to be able to trade full time. It's possible, yes. How many of my TTG members trade full time? Type the number 1 in chat if you trade full time. If you're a member of TTG and you trade full time, type the number 1 in chat. I want to see how many members we have on the live stream right now that are full-time traders. We have a bunch of full-time traders in True Trading Group. All right, just check out how many people are typing the number 1. These are full-time traders within True Trading Group. Look at this. Look at all these number 1s. These people trade full-time, folks. There you go. So to ask, is it possible to trade full-time? Just look there. These are TG members that are realizing their goals. Now listen, here's another question. Everyone that just typed the number 1, if you did not start that way, meaning you had a job before, type the number 2. Type the number 2 if you didn't start that way, right? Like you had a job and then you became a full-time trader. Type the number 2. Now you can see all the people typing the number 2. So see, these are people that are telling you, hey, I didn't start out that way, but with the education, with the tools, with the community, with the platform, here they are realizing their goals. It's better to let members answer. I don't like answering questions like that because let's be honest with ourselves. What does my answer really mean to you? Like if you're going to type me and say, hey, is it possible to do this full time if I join True Trading? What am I going to say to you? Am I going to say, no, True Trading sucks? You're never going to do well. You're never going to be able to. No, of course I'm not going to say that, right? So how much credence do you really put on when I answer those type of questions? Just call a spade, right? I get it. I'm a person just like you are. We're all the same. Like, I get it. But that's why I like asking members those questions. Let your peers that have actually experienced the platform, let them answer those questions for you. I think it means more coming from them, from people that have actually experienced it, from people that are actually in your shoes. That's my opinion. All right. So I hope that helps answer some of your guys' questions. Guys, excellent Q&A. You guys did a fantastic job asking some really good questions. I'd like to see who we have on this live stream right now. Okay, I'd like to see who's on this live stream right now that's not a member of True Trading Group. If you're not a member of True Trading Group, do me a favor and type the letters TTG. Type the letters TTG if you are not a member of True Trading Group. I just want to see who we got working. We got over 1,000 people that are watching this live with us. I want to see who's not a member. We got Cal Tremonian, Carson Whalden. Yeah, guys, just type the letters TTG. Let's see what we got here. We got Lubos. Katrina is working towards it. I look forward to it. We got Mr. Green, Hyper Gaming. Welcome back. Manjanath, David Hayes. What's up? Ryan M, Hillbilly Rose. Great, guys. We got a lot of new faces that are firing away here. Contact PM, Jimmo. Good, guys. Lots of new faces here. I like it. I love seeing it. Congratulations. Welcome to the TTG fam. Listen up, folks. Let me go over with you guys for the next 7 minutes. I'll talk to you guys about the membership because we have begun walking the price of our membership up. The price increase has begun. So if you guys have been interested in joining the Teaching platform, you're going to want to act on this here now before the price continues to move higher. Okay. Now, I'll tell you about the membership a little bit. And in about 7 minutes, we're going to go over the overall markets. We're going to talk about what did Jamie Dimon say today. We're going to talk about what did one of the leading analysts on Wall Street say today. And what was the ISM manufacturing data? What did it do to the markets? What does it mean for the markets? And what does it mean for your money? And how I plan on making money for the rest of the week. And then even going into next week as well. I'm going to give you guys kind of my outlook there on what I think that this market is going to do. So we're going to break all that down for you guys here on this live stream in just about 7 minutes. But I need you all to understand, everyone that just typed TTG, when you are joining True Trading Group, you're getting access to a platform, not just trading alerts. Okay, you're going to get access to the same level of professional education that I got when I worked at a fund in New York. It's both in-depth and complex, yet easy to understand and implement quickly. Whether you never traded a day in your life or you are doing this for 10 years and you're looking to gain an edge, our platform can help you reach your goals. I get the question all the time, what makes True Trading Group different than other courses? And it's the fact that we are not just courses, we're a platform. Yes, our platform contains courses, but we're so much more than that. When you become a member of the platform, you are getting access to today's top fintech companies and their products that would cost you $4,000 to $5,000 a year if you paid for them on your own. Even if you don't join True Trading Group, you're going to pay for, chances are you're going to buy some of, if not all of these tools in order for you to become a trader. Benzinga's real-time newsfeed and Squawk Box, TradingView's premium charting software, Quote Media's real-time full book level 2, CBOE's option chain, options flow, and unusual options activity, Polygon's dark pool data, crypto and equity info, trade idea scanner, the ETNA simulator. All of these things are included in your membership for free. There's no additional charge for them. Okay. And as if that wasn't enough, you get a 17-course curriculum, 300 hours of workshops and webinars and lessons that grows daily, transparent real-time alerts covering swing trading, day trading, and also long-term investing, a full trading journal, proprietary scanners and screeners, analyst ratings, and so much more, all included with your annual TeachD membership. And the price that you pay when you become a member of True Trading Group is the price you pay for life. Now, that's important here today because we have begun our price hike, okay? We are moving the price of the membership up daily, okay? The price that you pay when you join True Trading Group is the price that you pay for life. So it does not matter what the cost of our membership is next year. The price you pay today is the price that you pay for life. Okay. All right. So, and how could I forget? You're also joining the community of about 9,500 members from all over the world that are led by our team of full-time mods that have about 100 years of experience trading stocks, options, crypto, futures, day trading, swing trading, long-term investing, you name it. We do it all inside True Trading Group, right? And results matter. Results matter. I'm not talking about my results or somebody on social media. I'm talking about your results. Your P&L matters at True Trading Group. The bottom line is that the majority of members in True Trading Group are making money and becoming better traders. And if you don't believe me, just watch this. Guys, I'm talking to members directly. If you are a member of True Trading Group, simple question. Are you making money and becoming better traders with the TeachD platform? If that is the case, I'd like you to type the $ in chat right now. Type the $ in chat right now. Anyone that's not a member, I told you results matter. When I say results, I mean your P&L. I want you to pay attention to how many people type the $ in chat right now, because these are your peers. These are members of True Trading Group that found us the same exact way that you did, and that's one of these live streams. They've had all the same excuses that you had: full-time job, no experience, lost money in the markets before, small account, but yet here they are now telling you that they're making money and they're becoming better traders. If they can do it, so can you. There's nothing special about that. Let me see here. I joined in on a live Charles Schwab webinar a few years ago explaining charts, candles, hammer stuff. Not the most user-friendly instruction. Your program considers best education techniques. Hillbilly Rose, let me actually do this. Hey, Joe, why don't you post a link to our syllabus in the chat? So Hillbilly Rose and anybody else that just said, you can just click on that link and you'll actually be able to see all of the material that you're going to learn as a member of True Trading Group. You're going to see all of the courses that are available to you when you guys become part of the TeachD platform. Okay, so we're going to post a link in chat of our syllabus, Hillbilly Rose, and anybody else that's interested, you guys can check it out. Thomas Sadalino says, I joined 1 month ago. I already made back my money for their membership fee. Okay, so there you guys can see. You guys can see all the $ that are coming through chat right there. Okay, so here's the deal. All right, we have begun our price hike. Okay, so the next 12 people that go to ttgoffer.com and use the coupon code TTG121 will get themselves a 49% discount, which brings the price from $22.12 down to just $11.27. And you will also be getting a brand new free laptop upon completing our courses and quizzes. We even cover the shipping. We ship anywhere in the world. And you're also going to be getting 2 small private study group sessions, which are your chance to get individual attention and ask questions from one of our TeachD moderators so we can help speed up your learning curve. And speaking of Thomas Sadalino, who made back their membership fee, guys, my TeachD fam, how many of you made back your membership fee already? Sound off in chat if you guys have already made back your membership fee. Have you already made your membership fee back? So, because right now people can join for $11.27. That's $1,127. So if you're a member of True Trading Group, I'd like to know, did you make your membership fee back yet? Go ahead, sound off in chat if you guys have already made back your membership fee. Anyone that's not a member, I'd read some of these comments. Okay. See what your peers have to say. See the results of your peers. And folks, last but certainly not least, I put my money where my mouth is, and and I mentioned this earlier, but everyone that joins tonight before midnight, you'll get yourself a double your money back guarantee. Okay? You'll get yourself a double your money back guarantee. I'm so confident in our ability to help you become successful that if you join True Trading Group, you pay the $11.27. If you fail to make the $11.27 back at least once after going through our courses, quizzes, and one study group, I'll give you double your money back. That's $2,254. I'm dead serious. You'll pay $11.27. I'll give you $22.54 in return if you go through our courses, quizzes, and one study group and do not make that $11.27 back at least once. I'm not telling you have 30 days to do this. You have the entire year to do so. You can literally come to True Trading Group on day 364 of your membership and say, guys, I went through the courses, I did the quizzes, I attended a study session. I never made back my membership fee. We're going to say, I'm sorry that our platform did not help you. Here's $2,254. And I'm happy to say that I can offer you this with a smile on my face because we have only had to refund 2.48% of our member base since 2016. I share that number with you, not just to show you how infrequently that we get the refund requests, but also to prove to you that that refund is real. We've never denied anyone of a refund. It is actually quite simple to get a refund at True Trading Group. And we have a retention rate of about 78%, which means about 78% of our members are choosing to renew their membership or upgrade to become a lifetime member of True Trading Group. And guys, these laptops that you get free with your membership, they are not a commodity. They're a hot commodity. Okay, I just said not. They're a hot commodity. I would take advantage of this. Everybody loves free laptops. Okay, people love free electronics. I mean, yeah. Don't join True Trading Group for the free laptop. Join it for the education, but you get a free laptop included with your membership. You just have to go through the courses and quizzes. You do not have to enter your address when you sign up to True Trading Group to get your laptop. You simply sign up to True Trading Group. You'll get a welcome email that has instructions on how to claim the free laptop. Okay? If anybody has questions about the membership, you can send a text message to 201-775-9702. Again, that phone number is 201-775-9702. That laptop's going to be either a brand new Asus, HP, Acer, Dell, or Lenovo. It'll be one of those 5 brands. Okay, guys? I got my laptop in Japan, so they're not lying when they say they ship around the world. I'm not a bot. Jimmy, what's up, man? From the other side of the world. I got to come visit you in Japan one day, Jimmy. Japan is actually on my bucket list of places I want to visit. So yes, we do ship anywhere in the world, folks. The laptops are in fact real, as you can see from Jimmy. As long as you guys have DHL, don't worry, that laptop's coming your way. All right, guys. Oh, I like that. Mike, can you make a TGG ETF that competes with ARK? I'm up for the challenge. I am up for the challenge. Someone says, what size screen on the laptop? It's, I believe it's 3 inches wide. 3 inches wide. It's like 14 inches wide. I think it's a 14 screen. I think it's a 14-inch screen. All right, folks. All right, guys. So there you have it. Okay. So again, we've begun the price hike. Okay. Prices jumped up to $11.27. The price will continue to go up each day. Okay. So you guys want to take advantage before midnight tonight to get the $11.27 price point before the price jumps again before tomorrow. Okay. So that price hike has begun. Go to ttgoffer.com. Use the coupon code TTG121. 49% discount, free laptop, 2 free study group sessions, and a double your money back guarantee, folks. That's how we hold ourselves accountable to you. That's how we protect you. And that is how you guys can be able to join the TG platform. All right. Get it? Got it? Good. All right, folks, let's take things over now. Let's take things over now to the charts and the overall markets. And let's talk about what happened today. Okay, let's talk about what happened. 3 things happened today. One was a lot more important than the other. And the one that was the most important was the ISM manufacturing data. And I want to give you guys my take on this. What is ISM manufacturing data? It's a really great read on the strength of the economy. It factors in a whole list of items in manufacturing and production of goods and services and everything else that goes on in the economy. It factors in inventory, employment, salaries. It factors in purchase orders and new orders. It factors in a lot of different aspects of the economy to give you then a gauge. That is the ISM manufacturing index, okay? That number was expected to come in today at 54.5. It came in at 56.1. In a normal world, not the twilight zone that we live in today, in a normal environment, a 56.1 ISM number when you're expecting 54.5 is very good. That's a good sign. That's a strong economy. Typically, the market would move higher on that type of data. What I believe took place today, though, is, well, actually, the exact opposite happened when that number came out. I'll just show you guys on the screen. When that number came out, that happened. Okay? This happened when that number came out. Now, let me explain why. I believe that that number came out and it shows that the economy is still too hot. It's still too hot. The reason why a hot economy is not good is that the longer the economy stays hot, the more chance you have of inflation remaining elevated. The more chance you have of inflation remaining elevated, the more chance you have of the Federal Reserve being aggressive with their monetary policy. That's why I believe the markets actually sold off. The markets wanted, I believe, an okay number. Instead, we got a great number. The markets want to see the economy is slowing down enough to bring down inflation, but not slowing down too much to go into a recession. That's the soft landing that the Federal Reserve has to navigate. That's what we talk about on these live streams. That's what people talk about on the media when they're going over this soft landing from the Federal Reserve. It's slowing down the economy enough to bring down inflation, but not too much to go into a recession. That's a narrow window. That's why I believe when the ISM manufacturing number came out today and was much better than expected, the market sold off. I think if the ISM manufacturing number came in at 54.4, I think that actually would have been a perfectly fine number and the markets could have actually moved higher today. But that's not what happened. This is just another example of why it's very important for you to understand the macro picture and why and how certain things affect what the stock market does. And this is all part of the education that you learn as a member of True Trading Group. What else happened today? Jamie Dimon. For those that don't know who Jamie Dimon is, okay, Jamie Dimon is the CEO of JP Morgan, one of the most influential voices on Wall Street. And he came out today and he said, this was at a conference today, he previously thought that there were storm clouds ahead for the U.S. economy. He changed that today to say, I thought there were storm clouds. Now I believe that there's a hurricane ahead of us and it's coming our way. We just don't know, is it going to be, a tropical storm or is it going to be, Superstorm Sandy or Hurricane Andrew? Those comments are bearish, right? Those comments are bearish that's JP Morgan. That's the CEO of JP Morgan. That's Jamie Dimon saying that he believes that a hurricane lays out ahead for the U.S. economy. That also added to some of the weakness that you see in the overall markets today when the markets rolled over, because that statement was made earlier in the morning. You also had, I think it was the Canadian Central Bank, raised rates, I believe. That kind of, did not help things out either. So there's a lot of different little things today that kind of broke the markets back as we were set up for a big gap up today. and an opportunity for a significant move to the upside. We had an opportunity there. ISM manufacturing data changed all that. Okay. The other thing that you had come out today was Dubravko Lakos, and I think I'm pronouncing that name correctly, is an analyst at JP Morgan. He's been with the firm for 11 years, I believe. And his team of analysts are actually the #1 ranked analysts for institutional research. He came out with a statement today, and this is why I said this might surprise you, that contradicts what Jamie Dimon said. Jamie Dimon says there's a hurricane ahead of us. Dubravko Lakos says we have a price target of 4,900 for year end on the S&P. You realize that's new all-time highs? 4,900 on the S&P is new all-time highs. So his analyst team has all-time highs as their price target by December 31st of this year. It's June 1st. You got 7 months to go. You got 7 months to go. And he thinks we're getting back to all-time highs. That's the #1 ranked analyst team for institutional research. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean by the opportunity is here in front of you right now. This is what I mean by when markets go down, you act. When markets go down, you look for companies that you love. You look for companies that you believe 3, 5, 7 years from now are going to be worth substantially more than they are worth today. Companies that are growing, companies that have strong, solid management teams. This is the opportunity that I've been telling you about. But if the #1 ranked analyst team for institutional research is right, you are running out of time. This is why it's so important for you guys to get educated right now. And if you guys want, you do have a 7-day free trial that you can do so. You can go to ttgthree.com, get a free 7 days for us. A free 7 days. Weekends and holidays do not count against your trial. Okay, weekends and holidays do not count against your trial. You can join us for a full 7 trading days. You also get 3 sample courses. You can use some of our tools. You really get a feel for what it's like to be part of the TTG community. Get your butts in chat tomorrow. That's ttgthree.com. Join tonight on the trial. Get your butts in chat tomorrow. Couple of key levels I want to point out to you guys on the SPY that I'm going to be looking for this 407, 406 area, in my opinion, is everything. Okay, this is the area that we need to watch very closely and very carefully. You'll see that this level was previously support. Okay, then you'll notice that it became resistance. And now today it became support again. My screen, let me reshare my screen for you guys. Okay, so here you have it. Here's this line, 407, 406. This line is everything. You see it was previously support back in early May, right? See that previous support back in early May? Then it became resistance. Then it became resistance. Then it became resistance. Today it was support. Okay. If we get back underneath that level, that is when I will begin buying put options, and I will look for the markets to get back. At least my target would be right here, the high 390s. Okay. This would be my target, at least if we break under this 407, 406 area. Okay. This becomes my target. All right. So this is what I'm going to be looking for with regards to the overall markets, guys, over the next couple of days. I'm watching very, very closely this 406, 407 area. All right. So that's where my eyes are, and that's where I'm looking. I believe that 406, 407 area does break, and I believe within the next couple of days, we're going to be looking at the SPY down there underneath 400. I don't think it happens tomorrow, but that's my game plan, and that's a trade idea and the setup that I'm waiting for. If there is another move higher and this bear market rally is not yet finished, I think we top out over 420. I think the ISM manufacturing data kind of was problematic today, but it is good to see 407 hold. It was tested today and it held convincingly. We got to see tomorrow if we still flirt at 407, that level probably breaks. If you really get back up to 412, 413, 414, that's going to be a signal that that level has held, and you look for the markets to continue higher than at that point. And then I think you want to steam in the mid 420s. But I think I'm more likely leaning towards we break 407 over the next day or two, and then we move ourselves back down underneath 400. That's what I'm looking for in the overall markets. And my Teach You fam, I'll be in chat with you guys tomorrow to walk you through that. Now, what I'm going to do here now, folks, is I'm going to move on over. That concludes the educational part of the live stream. I hope that was helpful. Hope you guys got some value out of that. What I'm going to do here now is I'm going to actually go through the Teach You platform with you. I'll show you guys what's included with the platform and what you guys get access to when you guys become members of the family. Because you're going to be, remember, it's a platform. You're not just getting access to trade alerts. You got a chat room where the mods and I share our screen. We're live with you throughout the entire trading day from open to close. We're calling out trades, giving you market commentary and analysis. And you guys can also use the mobile app. The mobile app will allow you to still be connected to chat, even if you're not in front of your computer. As long as you can listen to music at work, you can use the mobile app. You can listen to the audio analysis. You also get real-time push notifications whenever the moderators enter or exit a trade. 2 small private study group sessions will make sure that you can get some individual attention from a mod to ask questions and speed up your learning curve. You also get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed. That's, like I said before, this would cost you over $1,400 a year if you went to Benzinga on your own. It's included with your membership to True Trading Group. TradingView's premium charting software, one of the most commonly used charting softwares, that'll cost you a few $100 a year. It's included through your membership. The Trade Ideas scanner will make sure you're always focused on the hottest stocks during the day, what's making new highs, new lows, what has a surge in volume. Our simulator I mentioned earlier will let you trade stocks and options with fake money, but with real-time data. We have our own proprietary scanners that are similar to FinViz Elite, but also let you scan for crypto. You get dark pool data and unusual options activity, stuff that used to only be available to professionals. Now it is at the fingertips of the TTG fan. You also get a trading journal that will track all of your trades, give you statistics, so you can figure out what you're doing wrong, so you know what you need to improve on. A social sentiment scanner will go through Reddit, StockTwits, and Twitter and tell you what ticker symbols are mentioned most so you can stay ahead of the crowd. Unlimited analyst ratings on any company you're interested in. You'll be able to get buy, sell, hold ratings. You can see how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold on any stock you're interested in. And then you get a watch list every day. The mods publish a watch list and our game plan on how we plan on trading those stocks. And then you've got all of our courses. The courses are a simplified yet expanded upon version where I learned that I worked at the firm in New York. There's beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you name it, we've got it. All in text and video, whatever's easier for you guys to learn. Then on top of that, we've got a video library. There's over 200 hours of additional educational video content. These are workshops and webinars that we've conducted live with members, like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, just to name a few. And then you can actually attend all these live when you become a full-time member of True Trading Group. It's time you guys invested in something that can actually help you reach your goals, something that can provide you guys real value. I can't promise you millions of dollars. I can't promise you're going to be successful, but I can promise you a real chance at developing the skills that are needed to become successful. I can promise you that if you fail to make the 1127 back at least once, I'll give you $2,254 in return. And I'll promise that the day you join True Trading Group is the day that our relationship begins. The ball's in your court. It's up to you. You've got to go to ttgoffer.com right now and use the code TTG121. You get a 49% discount, knocks the price down to $1127. Price goes up at midnight tonight. The price hike has begun. You get the free laptop, and you also get the double your money back guarantee, not to mention the 2 free small private study group sessions. And then if you guys want to try us out on our trial, go to ttgthree.com. Again, that's ttgthree.com. Join our 7-day trial. All right? That's it, folks. That's all we got. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, make sure you turn on your notifications. The code word for tonight is hike. for my members. The code word for tonight is hike. If you're not a member, don't worry about this. It's part of one of our giveaways that we do with members. We give away cash, we give away electronics. The code word for tonight is number 16 out of 18. The code word is hike. Congratulations to my THD fam. 2 code words left until our next giveaway. All right. That's it, folks. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, turn on notifications. I'll see you guys all in chat.